Welcome back, friends, to Max Q Barbecue. My name is Craig, and this is Season 3, Episode 4, Southern Smoked Brisket. We're down here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, over at a friend of my wife's house, and we're going to be cooking tonight, overnight, a couple of briskets on her big green egg. So stick around while we get these briskets prepped, and we'll go through cooking these briskets overnight on the green egg and getting them ready for serving tomorrow night for our little get together with her high school classmates and friends. So stick around. Okay, friends, we've got our briskets opened up, and these were bought commercially, and they were pre-trimmed, so there's not a lot of fat coming off of them, but I'm still taking off a little of these thicker areas of fat and getting them thinned down. I've already worked on the one that Debbie had purchased a side of beef, and this was one of the briskets from the side of beef. So this was straight from the slaughterhouse, and it was pretty well prepped as well. Very little fat on it. It's a little bit on the smaller of the briskets, but you can see here's the point right here, and then we have the flat muscle over here on this side. But this is going to cook up real nice and pretty quickly for us because it's pretty small. So let's take off a little bit of this extra fat on this side, and we're going to be just about done trimming up this brisket and getting it ready to start injecting for our cook. So we're going to take a little bit of this side here, even it up. And you can see it's pretty well cleaned up and ready to go. Alrighty, our next step, we're going to mix up our injection, and then we'll put these in the tray and get them injected. Okay, we're here in Baton Rouge. Go Tigers. And we're going to inject our briskets with the Cosmo Q original beef brisket injection. So what we're going to do is we have 1/3 of a cup of our rub. And we're going to empty it into our mixing cup, and we have a 10-ounce can of beef broth, Swanson beef broth. We're going to mix in here. And since we're here and our host kitchen has some Rudy's rub that they brought back from Texas, we're going to add about a teaspoon of Rudy. Well, it's not even open yet. I thought I'd add a teaspoon, but I got to get in here and open it. So I'll open it up so I can add about a tablespoon of Rudy's rub into our, here we go, into our injection. That'll give it a little bit of some South Texas chili and pepper flavor. And we've got our lid, which we're going to seal this up. And it's not supposed to leak. That's all right. I just have to put my finger over the little air hole here so that it doesn't leak. But we're going to shake this up and let it sit for a little bit before we go and inject it. So that's going to be our injection for our briskets here. Okay, friends, we have our injection and our injector. We're going to go ahead and inject our brisket here. Be careful, stand back. Sometimes it gets a little messy. Just do a little bit and let it swell up a little bit. See how it swells up there and absorbs the liquid? Then I just go in right alongside there. Just slowly back myself out a little bit. And you'll notice that I'm injecting along the grain of the brisket so that it can flow between the muscle fibers. And this is the Cosmo Q original brisket injection, and it will help retain moisture in our briskets as we cook them low and slow over the next 12 to 14 hours. Okay, friends, we're going to do 2 different rubs tonight. We've got our Lowry seasoned salt, which we're going to use with our salt and pepper for our traditional hickory smoked brisket favorite for Amy's mom. Marion likes that flavor. And on our other one, we're going to try Rudy's rub, which is really a kind of a great rub. It's got salt and spices. You can smell some peppers in here, some chili peppers, paprika, onions, cornstarch. So we're going to use these too. But before we do, we're going to take a little bit of our Morton salt here. We don't have any kosher salt, so we're just going to use a little bit of this as a top dress and part of our initial brining of our 2 briskets. And then we're going to coat that with our coarse black pepper. Tap that in a little bit. And we're going to use our Lowry's on our little smaller one over here. And our Rudy's on our bigger one here. Oh, all right, don't worry, it'll be fine. Remember, this is all just going on the outside of the brisket. It's not actually inside the brisket, so it just will just add a nice little flavor on the outside and make that bark so nice. Alrighty, we're gonna flip these over, do the other side, and we're gonna stick them in the refrigerator and let them sit for 4 or 5 hours and do a little dry brine, let that salt and seasoning soak in. So see you back in 4 or 5 hours.
Well, friends, for our cook tonight, or this morning, it's about 3:15 a.m., is going to be on this big green egg. And we've got it all cleaned out, set up. There's where we're going to put our charcoal. This is our indirect heating flame diffuser, and our cap, and our grill green. And we're going to try out a little bit of new technology. We have a loaf lighter. We'll see if that works. If that don't work, we've got some speed lights, some charcoal lighters. So we'll see what happens. We're also going to be using lump charcoal and some hickory wood splits. Well, not splits, but just some hickory wood chunks. So we're going to go ahead and get that charcoal in the grill and get the lighter going. We're going to be using these Weber hickory chunks in today's fire. Alright, there we got our roof lighter over a couple of the lighter sticks, just trying to heat up our wood. See how long this takes. Of course, being down here in Louisiana, it's pouring down rain. Turn off the roof lighter. Sure that's getting kind of hot, and I'm going to go ahead and start piling my charcoal on and building my charcoal bed. All right, looking good. Got our fire going this morning. Got it starting. It's not going yet. But we're going to start heating up our pit on this rainy morning here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Smoke will scare away all the mosquitoes.
Alrighty, friends, it's 4:29 a.m. Our big green egg is up to about 280 degrees. Perfect temperature to get this thing started. Got a little bit of smoke still coming out of it. That charcoal still coming up temperature. So we're going to go ahead and get our briskets on here. Cook begins.
Okay, friends, it's 7 a.m. Our pit is really holding temperature well. We've got the air shut off pretty tightly shut off down here. Just about a little over 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch thickness there, because it's really burning well. And we're going to open it up and take a quick peek here. Boy, those briskets look good. beautiful, man. They really look good. Okay, well, we're not gonna leave them open. They're nice and moist and juicy. So it's been, I guess we got them on about 4 a.m. So it's been 3 hours, and they're up to about let's see what our thermometer says, 155 and 169. So they're cooking quick. So we ought to be pulling them off and wrapping them here soon. Okay, friends, just want to give you a little update. It's 8:30 a.m. and just wanted to, just got finished pulling the briskets and wrapping them. So I want to give you a quick peek. So we got our briskets here wrapped in aluminum foil, and our brisket temperatures are between 160 and 170 degrees. And so we're in the post-stall phase, and got to have these things ready for 4 o'clock this afternoon. We got guests arriving at 5:30, so we should be making that just fine. We're gonna take it low and slow from here, and temperatures are holding great in this big green egg, and hopefully we'll have some great looking briskets when we get closer to 4 o'clock this afternoon. Actually, I'd like them to be done around 2, so we can let them rest and cool off a little bit, and then we'll bring them in. Friends, it's 10:30 a.m. and the rain has stopped. The clouds are starting to clear out a little bit. We're back over here and checking on the big green egg. First off, our smaller brisket temperature seems to be up around 212, which is a little high, probably because the thermometer's set awkward. And the pit temperature is 236. So let's open this thing up and check this thing out and see how we're doing. Okay, I moved the probe around on the smaller brisket. It's still showing 210, 212. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off. And our other one is showing 187. And that beeping is the temperature. It's down at 225, and it's saying, hey, you gotta take care of that. So we're gonna take care of the temperature and move the briskets around and keep the cook going. We just moved our briskets around, took the smaller one off, put it inside, wrapped it in some towels so it can rest. And we got the larger brisket still on the pit. It's 189, 195, got both thermometers in there. And our pit is stabilized back at about 260 degrees. So we're gonna have some brisket ready for tonight. So hopefully this will come on up in the next hour and top out at around 200 degrees. And then I can pull it off the pit and get it resting as well. Okay, friends, it is now 11:30 a.m. And guess what? Our large and second and final brisket is up to temperature. So we're gonna open up the green egg here, pull the probes, tear it inside, and start resting it. All right, friends, we got both briskets there on the bottom row tray in the oven just to cool off and rest. And above, believe it or not, we got a pork butt that was cooked. We cooked as well. So we'll be ready for the dinner party tonight. It's about noon, and all the meat's cooked and now cooling off. Let's take a moment to look at our temperature chart from our cook on the big green egg. One of the first things you might notice is how steady the temperatures hold on those big green eggs. Once they get the ceramic heated up, the thermal mass of that ceramic really maintains that heat level very nicely and very smoothly across the entire cooking range of the cook. Only at 8:30 you notice a little drop there, and at 8:30 is when I took the briskets off to wrap them before putting them back on the big green egg and finishing them up. And you can see we at 11:30 when we took them off and dropped them into the stove to rest them in the oven until we were ready to start slicing them up at around 5 p.m. So just an interesting note how smooth things like a big green egg will cook over a long period of time. Quite a bit of difference between cooking on a ceramic cooker like a big green egg or a Komodo drill, because the ceramic tends to hold that heat really well,
and you can really cut down on the airflow and burn very little charcoal to maintain that temperature, all while cooking that brisket. So let's go on to the closing, and we'll see how it came out. Okay, friends.
Left?
No, this is the closing for the channel. I just want to let the viewers see that we did finish the brisket. I didn't video the part where I took it off and put it in the oven and let it sit. But it's now it's 6:34, and we are serving, and it's already one brisket completely gone, and the second one has just got a little bit left. But let's pan over here. And
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying.
And Amy, how was the brisket?
The brisket was wonderful. Very good. Good job.
Was the brisket any good, ladies?
I made a happy place. Brisket was very good. Brisket was very good.
All righty. There you have it, friends. A successful brisket.
Trust me.
Very delicious. Very delicious.
Thanks, Tony. All righty, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.